Today is January 1st, 2015. I'm on the second day of my 92-day fast. Um, I decided to do 92 days. I was going to do 25 days. You know what? Let me do 92 days. This video is a follow-up. Actually, of a video I did earlier about talking about a new food pyramid and saying that the first food for actually human beings is actually love, then oxygen, then purified water, then fruit and its juices, and then vegetables and its juices. And then after that, anything else, it could severely compromise your health. What wasn't really discussed is if that's the truth, if that's the case, then why aren't there many people living off love? Which is a pretty good question, And why aren't there that many people living off oxygen and also purified water? And I'll say there are a number of people who live off love. They don't always communicate or deal with the general public. A lot of times they don't even really expose themselves. When you start getting into the whole health food movement and raw food movement, you start to meet and you start to become exposed to these type of individuals. People tend to hang around people that like. Everything in the universe is a law of attraction. If you are a person that likes eating a standard American diet, you're around people who like the standard American diet. If you like eating you drink a lot of liquor, you tend to go to bars and hang around people who drink liquor. If you eat a lot of meat, you go to places where there's meat, like the McDonald's and the steakhouses. Well, when you become a vegetarian or you start to eat more raw fruits from vegetables, you start to go and around this type of people. You go to restaurants, you get involved in the type of activities because everything you eat also affects your consciousness. Now, why would a person fast, and how does fasting relate to this whole food pyramid? Well, when you're fasting, you're actually relieving your body of old and dead food stuff, and you're relieving your body and your spirit of old and unwanted emotions. So in my second day, as I woke up, and I noticed I had, fuzziness on my tongue. I felt generally smooth on my skin, but I do know that my face has to clear up a lot. I have certain ache here, probably a little ache, and I think in my right ankle. Every pain in your body, every ache in your body, is a manifestation, and it's a manifestation that can grow. Every pain and every ache in your body, and by the way, every emotion is not only a manifestation, it's also a roadmap to where your body is going, where your spirit is going. And as a matter of fact, every pain, every emotion that you feel is also a roadmap to let you know the people, the places, the ideas, the circumstances, and things that are going to show up in your life. So what does this have to do with fasting and cleansing? Well, when you fast and cleanse, you remove the negative food stuff, the untrapped mucus, or the trapped mucus, the trapped parasites, the trapped viruses, the worms, the eggs. When you eat meat, when you eat cheese, you eat dairy, you eat the standard American diet, unbeknownst to many of you, you have parasites. You have worms, you have the eggs, and you have the excrement living in your system. So when you have aches and pains and diabetes and heart disease and sarcoidosis and any of these horrific diseases, paralysis, it is not by accident. It is because of what you put in your brain mentally first, and then when you put in your body. So fasting reverses it. Now, how do you know it becomes reversed? Because you can feel the difference. You will start to have a clearing up of pimples and blackheads, and if you need discoloration in your face or anywhere in your body. It should be noted, and it's not always generally talked about. Matter of fact, it's not talked about. It is not natural for the body to age. It is not natural for the body. Well, the body can age. It's not natural for people to experience aches and pains and the rigors of growing old. It is natural for you to experience it if you let that into your consciousness. How do you do it? Well, when I grow old, I'm going to let my kids take care of me. When I grow old, I'm going to love living in it. Well, if you say this, well, then you have to accept what comes in your life. Well, when you get old, you can't do this anymore. And because I'm this color, these issues happen in my life. Anything you say is a prayer. All prayers are answered because you are a spiritual being. As a spiritual being, if you say it, you create a resonance. That resonance eventually becomes an emotion. That emotion is going to either be emotion of feeling good or feeling bad. Whatever it is, it's also going to make you become attracted to the foods that match that emotion. If you have emotions of anger and frustration and, a lot of times want to be mean, you can eat a lot of meat, whether you understand it or not, period. So you usually eat the foods that match your emotion. When you start to say to yourself, I really love myself, I appreciate myself, I honor myself, you are going to start to want to take better care of your physical body, your spiritual body, and your mental body. And it's going to reflect in your diet, whether you are aware of that or not. And people who are I wouldn't say enlightened, but aware or conscious, they can see it. I can see it. I can see it. I see myself when I do things that are detrimental to me. I see things I'm doing because I'm very conscious of it. I'm very conscious of my emotions. So with that being said, I'm excited about going through these 92 days. I'm going to chart it. I woke up today feeling generally good. Last night I had a little slight headache. For the most part, I had yesterday, I woke up having 32 ounces of distilled water with like 10 drops of food-grade hydrogen peroxide. I followed that up with about 12 ounces of apple juice. Then I had another 32 ounces of green juice, and that green juice consisted of dandelion, cilantro. Put it in a blender. I blended it up. I strained out the water. I put spirulina in there and drank it. And, I forget, I did use bentonite clay and psyllium husk with a lemon drink early in the day. And what that's for is to remove all the gunk out of my small and lower intestines. And I'll probably go into a video on that sometime in the future. So I decided to do these videos because I've watched videos like this from other people around the world, and it was very informative, very helpful for me. Not to mention I've read many, many books. So I felt, let me do my contribution so that other people can benefit from my journey. So you'll get to see, you'll get to hear about some of the things that's going to pop in my life because I'll share them with you, and hopefully it'll inspire somebody else to take upon their own journey. All right. I really appreciate you tuning in. For all the people who are following me day by day, have a great new year. If this video is going to be around for another couple of years, well, have a great new year 2 or 3 years down the road. All right? So I want to say good day, God bless, and I look forward to my next video tomorrow. Take care.